this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make pipes in Blender 2.79. I believe the same methods work in Blender 2.8, it just might be different commands and controls. I will also, in this tutorial, I'll also be showing you guys how to make glossy and glass textures. Yeah, let's get into it. Before we start, you probably want some background GFX knowledge. I have a tutorial for how to make GFXs on 2.79 and on 2.8, so feel free to go check that out. I'll link them in the video. So anyways, once you open up Blender, the first thing you're going to want to do is delete the head as always. And once you've done that, just add the texture to your character. Again, all of this, if you don't know how to do it, is in my other tutorials, which you can go check out. And then you're going to want to import your head. And once you have it loaded in, turn it around until over here says 180. And then you're going to want to go to Object, Transform, and Origin to Geometry just to make it easier. Okay, so now you're going to just want to pose your GFX, and I'm just going to speed this up, and once we're done, I'll show you guys how to add pipes. And then you're going to want to add your camera. For me, I'm just going to make it a square. You guys can make it whatever you want. I'm going to just set up the camera in the model, and then once you finish that, then we will add the pipes. So now that you have your avatar positioned and your model loaded in, the next thing we're going to want to do is create let's do textures first. So normally I like adding texture to vases and fences, so I'm going to work on the fence first. So you're just going to want to select the object that you want. Oh, we're going to be doing glossy first. You're going to select the object that you want to make glossy. Go over to the side over here and go here to Materials. And then click this X and press plus New. Then where it says Diffuse, just click that and choose Glossy. So you can kind of play around with the roughness. If you want it really shiny, then you want to make it 0.001, which is what I'm going to be using. If you're doing vases, I'd recommend 0.001 or 0.25, but really it's just on personal preference. So I'm just going to be doing 0.01 for everything except for the watering can. And then you can play around with the color and colors, and you can also go to preview and see what it would look like there. Okay, so I'm actually going to make this pot here glass. So same thing, you're going to want to go to Materials and press X and press plus New, except when you go into Diffuse you want to choose glass instead of glossy. For glass every time I recommend using 0.001, but that also kind of depends. It just looks a bit better and more like glass. Okay. I like putting it all the way up to like so it's fully white. But you can also change the color for that too if you want it to be tinted a certain color. So that should be it for glossy and glass textures. Now we can work on the pipes. So you're gonna want to hold shift and click A, and then go to curve and choose circle. Not this circle. You want this circle here. And then you can just move it on the side. This won't show in your GFX, so it doesn't really matter if it's there. Size it down by pressing S and then just dragging your mouse or something. Yeah. And I like it about, it depends. We're just gonna leave it like about that big for now. And then hold shift and click A again and go to curve and choose path. So here now we're back on the side and go to this. And you're going to want to scroll down to about object and choose this circle. And now you can kind of play around with the sizing. So let's find the circle again. This inside. You can kind of play around with the sizing. Like, if you size up the circle, it should size up the pipe. And you also, if you want to, you can go into edit mode on this. And there's 4 different parts, so you can like select this and select that, and you can make that smaller or something. Yeah, or select select the outsides and make that smaller, and then you can make some. Make that smaller, and you can make some interesting shapes like this. I like keeping mine just this circle, but you can do whatever you want with yours. So we're just gonna undo all that. Okay, and now so now we're gonna do the pipe. So you're gonna want to select the pipe and go into edit. Oh, hold on. Move it to kind of where you want it to start. I'm just gonna be making a little heart at the bottom, so I'm just gonna position this real quick. Okay, and then go into edit mode by going down here, just clicking tab. And if you go closer, you can see that there are little points like there and there, and you can just move these around or size them, you can just move them around however you want so that you can change the curve. You can also select 2 and then like change the sizing of it. And then if you also want to make it longer, so like let's say you want more than that many points, you can either select all of it and press W and then choose subdivide. What I'd rather do though is choose one of the ends and just click extrude, which is E, and then size it like that. And then you can play around with all the settings and shapes. Yeah. And then you can also change the texture of this. I like making it glass, but glossy also works, or you can just leave it smooth. But so to do this, you're going to want to go again to materials, press plus new, and just do the same thing that we did with the other glass and glossy textures. So you can do that, and once you're done, here you can just change all of the normal settings that you do And that's basically it. So even after you've made the curve, you can, if we go back to the circle, you can change the sizing of it and the position of it. So I'll make it thinner or thicker, however you like it. I'm just gonna move this over. And then I'm going to render it. Okay. So to render, just go here and click render, or you can go up to the top left corner and click render image. Yeah,